uh, live section. It is super amazing to see you guys here once again. It's been a while, actually. It's been a while since I came on live. I think that was like last week or thereabouts. I came on live, and yesterday was supposed to be another live section, but most times we in the field, a lot of things, a lot of work and activities were not able to meet up with yesterday's live section. So today we are here. Happy New Month is the second day in the month of September. And if you are a producer, you are into agriculture, uh, every new month comes with a different experience. Either you are expecting to start up a project, or you already have a project going on, or you are expecting to start harvesting your produce, or you're making plans to do something, one thing or the other. There is always something to do in our field. And here we discuss different topics, different range of topics in agriculture, agribusiness, and also farm tips as well. So welcome to today's live session. And I tagged this particular session love in every crop for a reason. It's going to be more like a series. Every live session we talk about this particular quote unquote a title that I picked, love in every crop. Not just because I didn't just put it up because I want to put it up for nothing. It is because it have become a concept in my journey, that when I look at where I am coming from and where I am at the moment when it comes to agriculture and farming production, I've gone around different produce, different vegetables, pepper, tomato, pumpkin, what's it called, cucumber, watermelon, a lot and lot of them. Yes, hello, Love Winter. Hello, Love Winter. Welcome to today's live session. Sab Harry Smith, welcome also. Hello, Sab Harry Smith. So in this particular lesson, we're looking at love in every crop. Because of the nature of what we do as a farmer, as a producer, I always talk about having passion for something and understanding what you are doing. Not just about passion, understanding what it is that you are doing. So when you talk of love in every crop, as a farmer, I do a range of different vegetables, different produce that I mentioned. Do you want me to sub? If you wish, you can subscribe, please. If you wish, you can subscribe. Okay. So, like I said, I do different range of crops. Like I said before, I do watermelon, I do cucumber, I do pepper, I do tomato, I do pumpkin, and a whole lot of other crops. So that when I say love in every crop, these crops are different and they are unique in their own way. And there is a reason why you just have to love this particular crop, because of a particular reason. That is why I don't plant one vegetable. For instance, I don't do only tomato. No, I do pepper as well. And for me to do tomato and do pepper and do pumpkin and do watermelon all at once, there is a reason and there is a desire. There is a reason why I love doing tomato, because it gives me ABC. And the reason why I do pepper, because it gives me ABC as well. There is a reason why I want to do watermelon. There's a love for this particular crop. So when I say love in every crop, I'm trying to bring all of them together in one in one place and say there is a love that exists in all these crops I handle. And for you as a farmer, or you as a beginner, or you that want to start up a farm, there should be a desire of, I'm not just going into farming because I hear people say farming is lucrative. I'm not going to farming because I hear people say if you do tomato you make 10 million in 1 month. No, I'm going into this production because, one, I have passion for production. Two, there is a love that exists for this particular crop. Three, irrespective of how it may turn out, because of the love I have for this, I will be able to give it time. I will be patient enough to give it time. I will be patient to grow in this journey. That is what I mean by having love for a crop. For me, if I always talk about myself because I can only speak of myself. For me, talking about love in every crop is because I have experienced each and every of this crop, and I know there is a reason why I love this particular crop. So if you're looking at starting up a farm or going into a farming venture, you must not do everything at the same time. I always say it in my channel, you can't do everything at the same time. It should be one at a time. I've come across people that tell me, how far, Chris? I want to go into farming and I want to do it very, very big. I want to do everything. I want to do what's it called? I want to plant watermelon. I want to do pumpkin, and I want to also have my own big pepper farm as well. And if there is still space, I will still squeeze in cucumber as well. This person is just starting up a farm for the first time and is mentioning different crops that they want to do at the same time. Funny enough, it might work out. I'm not disputing the fact it might work out, but 80% of the time it doesn't. You become overwhelmed, you become confused, you how will I put it, you become stranded because you are looking for how to manage all at once, because you are just starting up, because it is your first time. So for you to venture into farming, even though you have love for all these crops, it is important for a beginner. I say this for beginners. If you're a pro or you've been into farming for a long time, that is not a problem. For me, I do up to 4 or 5 crops at the same time, and we manage them. So if you are a pro, then there's no problem. If you're a beginner, you have love for agriculture, you have love for different crops, but it is not advisable, irrespective of the love you have, to start all at once. You can start with one. There is love that exists for me to watch my pepper grow. There is love, there is this satisfaction I feel in my heart when I see my pepper farm and I see them thrive. I have this love for this crop. Then start with pepper alone first. This gives you room to grow. This gives you room to understand. This gives you room to know what to do and how to do it at a particular time for that particular crop, because your focus is on one crop. Your focus is on a particular variety or a particular crop. You can plant tomato, but different varieties of tomato. So let's just scrap variety and see a particular crop. So you do this particular crop and your focus is on this one crop alone. You succeed that way because you are a beginner. Your mind cannot afford to be scattered all over the place. You can't afford to be distracted. So for your love for that particular crop, start with that one and gradually grow to expand or add any other crop along the line. That will help you to grow. That will help you to thrive in the farming business or the farming journey. And that is the driving force that can actually make you stay in the business. Because you know what? 90% of the time, people that rush into farming or rush into agriculture without calculating or without thinking it through tend to run back, because the moment they jump in and they hit rock bottom, they run off. So before you can how will I put it now? Before you can be able to transfer the love you have for a particular crop into field to have that same produce, there is need for you to understand and know what you are doing. Number one, what is a crop I am so much in love with? Which crop can I be able to give time? Can I be patient enough to give this particular space, this time it needs, even when I struggle to grow? Can I give it this time? Let me tell you a story. Some time ago, like 3-4 years ago, I wanted to do a project. It was a tomato and pepper project. If you are familiar with my channel, I am big on tomato and pepper. Then I do other crops by the side as well. But I'm so big on tomato and pepper. That's majorly what I do. So I wanted to do this project like 3-4 years ago. And it is like, okay, let us do a project for tomato in 1 acre. So I did this project. It was a one-time project. It was tomato and pepper in 1 acre. Funny enough, do you know that at the end of that production, by 6 months, that is starting from when we started site preparation, before we start nursing and transplanting and everything and all the harvest and all, in 6 months, what we are able to realize was mind-blowing. In that 6 months of work, focusing on just tomato and that pepper for that 1 acre, there was no other work. It was just that one. After harvesting, in 6 months of that work, what we are able to achieve was mind-blowing. It was exciting. It was sweet. You know how interested or how happy you feel when you put in so much effort to work, and when the results come out, you are proud. So I felt very happy during that project. I was happy. I was excited. Now when I said, okay, we'll do the project again, we'll repeat it again. This time around, I'll do tomato, I'll do pepper, I will add pumpkin to it, I will still do watermelon by the side. That was my idea, because I said, okay, if we can do this, we have tomato, we have pepper bringing money, we have tomato bringing money. Watermelon is 75 days, that will bring its own money as well. Pumpkin, roughly 10 weeks, will start bringing money. So I calculated how I'll be able to squeeze out money from different crops at the same time. That was what I did. So in the second project, we now started doing tomato, pepper, pumpkin, watermelon at the same time. Now guess what? At the end of production, what we are able to achieve, we barely recovered the capital we used to produce the tomato and pepper. In fact, the watermelon was nothing to write home about. but the pumpkin was okay. The pumpkin was able to cover up for what we lost in watermelon, while the tomato and pepper were able to break even, manage to break even. Now, what happened? It was supposed to be a complete overhaul or a complete increase in profit because we expanded and we added more crops. It was supposed to be an added advantage for us, but it ended up becoming a problem. Why? Because we were able to have the mindset or the mind shift to add more product in our production line, but we are not able to manage the workload that will come with it. We not think of the workload that will come with adding more crops to our scope. The one we did earlier was just tomato and pepper in 1 acre that was managed properly with full focus on only that 1 acre. Second time we had now have to do it, we started adding different crops. It was overwhelming. There was distractions. At some point you forget that you've not treated tomato and pepper. You are focusing on the watermelon alone. When I remember say, I've not even fed my pumpkin since I planted them. You will forget that I'm supposed to treat pesticide in my pepper because it's now overwhelming, especially when you did not factor in what it will cost for you to complete those work, the workload involved. When you did not put them into consideration, now it becomes overwhelming. You are now stranded because you are now supposed to do everything at the same time by the same person. So we struggled with that production. So what am I trying to say in essence? It is not that we don't know what to do, or it's not that I don't have the experience or the knowledge to apply what I'm supposed to apply and get me results. No, it is because there was an oversight of adding products that you want to produce and not factoring in the workload that comes with it. So if you're a beginner or a new farmer, you desire to do everything. You want to do lettuce, you want to do bell pepper, you want to do all at once. I would advise, dear, relax. Start with one. Have a complete focus on one and grow from there. But if you have the resources and you have the financial muscle and you have the manpower to do all this work, then by all means, please, you can. But my honest suggestion, starts with one. Okay, so love in every crop is something that I will always talk about, because you can't just go into farming because you see others planting and you see others selling their produce and you feel, oh, it's not just to go and plant and I'll harvest it. I'll just have a land, I'll just go and plant something, and after 3 months I'll harvest and I'll sell and make money as they are making money. It doesn't happen like that. There must be an existing love. There must be an existing there must be a passion first that drives you to want to do this thing. There must be a passion that drives you to want to go into this particular production. There must be something that is like a burden that you want to handle. Let me tell you something. For me, the idea or the mindset behind going into agriculture, in one of my live sessions I talked about, when people ask me, why agriculture? Why did you decide to go to school to study agriculture? Or if I should take out my discipline, crop science and production, why do you go to school to go and study crops? Why? People ask those questions. there is a problem that needs solution. There's a problem that I want to solve, and that problem is food security. My goal is to provide healthy vegetables to my community. My goal, the problem I want to solve, is to produce or to provide healthy vegetables to my immediate community. Are you getting it now? So that is the problem I want to solve. I want to bring solution to that problem. So there should be a motivation to why you want to venture into crop production. Even if you want to do animal production, there should be a problem that you want to solve. Not because people make money from it. I see people selling their produce. If you see my neighbor's chicken, the broilers are very big and they are selling it, so they are making so much money. Next week I'll go and start doing broiler. It doesn't work like that. There should be a problem that you want to solve. You want to bring solution to a particular problem. That is why you want to start producing what you want to produce. So I have this goal, I have this mindset that I want to solve problem. I want to provide healthy vegetables to my immediate community. That is why I want to produce. And studying crops in school is not just because I want to study it, or because or let's say because I have a certificate. No, there was a driving force. There's a passion to produce something. I have this love to see to plant something and I watch them grow. It gives me so much joy to put seed on the ground and nurture them and watch them grow. It gives me so much joy. Not only in crops, even animals. Having my broilers or cockerel, and from day old chicks, you feed them and watch them grow gradually. It gives me so much joy bringing them to life. So there is an existing desire to produce. There's an existing desire to solve a problem. There's an existing desire to bring solution to an existing problem. That is why we started producing. Okay? So if you are going to venture into any crop or into any farm venture at all, there are questions you need to ask yourself. These are things you need to look into. Love in every crop. Love in every crop. Which do you prefer? There is an existing love for this. Because of this existing love, I can do this. Let me venture into this thing and see how far I will go. And you can be able to give yourself time to grow, to learn, and also you will succeed. So this is the end of this particular live session, and I will see you guys in our next live session. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, subscribe, and also on the notification so that you will know anytime we come on live again, and make sure you join us. Until then, see you guys in our next live session. Bye for now.